When I was a kid, my favorite movies that I watched, and I loved watching Godzilla as a child. He was one of my favorite movie monsters, and I watched every single movie to Toho to Legendary and some other stuff. I played the games as well, and I was the master of beating them. And one time, it was on Halloween night, and I was dressed as I was dressed like Kevin the Ghidorah, and then I decided to watch some movies, and then I heard that there was a Godzilla Halloween special coming on. I got excited to watch the movie because this is really like the first time Godzilla ever got a horror. I didn't know it was gonna be like a horror movie or like some kind of just like kid-friendly stuff. So I went to the stores to see if I could find one. At Target, I was looking for the DVD at the DVD section, and then I saw that I found like a little DVD saying Godzilla Halloween special, and it was just crazy. It just looked really adorable and cute. I wasn't really a fan of cute shows, but I decided to go and buy the DVD because why not? I don't know. But when I went to go buy it, the lady looked concerned as she told me that there was a man who came in and said he wanted to return the DVD. And I was like confused. Why would some man return a Godzilla movie? Probably wasn't a big fan of it. So I bought the DVD. I went home and went to play it. When I put it on and I waited for it to begin, it showed it, and then it showed up. It showed Godzilla and Anguirus and Rodan, and they're like happy and stuff. They looked happy, and Mothra and Ghidorah were there too. And like Mom, I'm doing something right now. Sorry. So back to the video. So like when I started to play it, every single kaiju was happy. I couldn't tell how much costumes they were, and then there was something weird, and I never heard this sounding in a Godzilla movie. It said, Ghidorah. It said, "Hey Ghidorah, Ghidorah," and I was like confused, cause like, isn't that like the I forgot what the show was called. You know, like where it's like made from the same company as the Teletubbies, but yeah, back to the video. And some reason Ghidorah came up and he covered himself with his wings and he started saying roar like boo, and I thought it was kind of cute, and all the other characters did it when the kids called out their names, and I was like, okay, maybe this is a child. I thought that's why the man who came to the store returned it, because I think he literally thought it was going to be like a horror movie, but instead it turns out to be a little cute version of Godzilla, and all the other creatures are like happy dancing until some reason the sun came down slowly for no reason, cause it was like and then Godzilla and Mothra not Mothra, just Godzilla. Godzilla just stared at the sun, and he looked worried, like it looked like he was sad and having a heart attack or something. And then for some reason something went. after I was a little confused because was Godzilla scared of the sunset in this version, and I was a little confused because I didn't recognize this happening in a Godzilla film. Then Godzilla's eyes started turning all blue, and his sharp plates got glowed red. It glowed red. And it's there was no atomic breath sounds. And then I really was shocked as the other kaijus got scared and Godzilla's teeth grew sharper. And I realized, I thought he was turning like the creepypasta Godzilla. I thought he was turning into Godzilla, but he wasn't actually turning into him. And he looked at the other kaijus with a grin, with a hungry grin, grinning to side. The other kaijus panicked, they started running, and I don't remember this, why are they all running? They could literally just fight him. And then Godzilla just ran up to Ghidorah and sliced his heads off, and they grew back, but Godzilla just kept slicing them until they weren't unmovable and didn't move. I was scared, why was this happening in a Godzilla film? And then he ran out to Mothra and tore her wings off and tore her head off, and Mothra's just laying on the ground headless. And Rodan was next. He was hiding in his volcano, hoping not to get caught, but he just tore his head off. Anguirus has nowhere to go. He's literally just standing at the corner of the volcano with nowhere to go, and he is scared, blood was dripping. Anguirus had blood dripping out of his mouth, and he was scared to death. And then Godzilla just runs up to him slowly, and then he grabs his tail and lunges him to the ground. And he pulls his tail he's a jaguar or something. And then Anguirus just screams in pain. It sounds like a pain roar, and his roar and blood just comes out for his eyes, and tears and blood just comes out of his mouth until Godzilla completely rips his entire tail off. I was shocked because I wasn't used to Godzilla films with the protagonist killing people. I didn't remember a Godzilla film with no rampage going on, but and I realized this is King of the Monsters, but it actually wasn't King of the Monsters. It's if King of the Monsters and it was mixed with more horror, King of the Monsters was a horror movie. Then, after Anguirus just lays on the ground dead, Godzilla eats his tail, and after he eats his entire tail, the camera gone black, and if you look at the sky, it looks like it's about to rain or something. Then Godzilla slowly turns to the camera, and he completely has reddish blood all over his mouth, and he was staring at the camera mad. Godzilla's fins were turning red, and the camera just got darker and darker. And while that happened, Godzilla looked at the camera slowly and with a demonic voice he said, "You're next if you come back to this island." And the movie literally just ended, and there was no credits or anything. It just really ended. Then I was just standing there shocked because I never watched a Godzilla movie with Godzilla talking in a demonic voice. I was scared. 2 weeks later, I hid it somewhere where I wouldn't try to find it in the basement, and then I got to bed and I went to sleep, and then my sister woke me up. I was shocked when I saw her holding a movie in her hand, the movie that I got from the store, and then, can I watch it? And then without saying no, because I don't want to say it to her, I tell her, okay, but you may want to close your eyes, because this movie doesn't seem what it looks like. So, I was expecting to see the same parts in here. And then I see the part where Gigan is literally like in the corner crying, and all of his friends are literally like laying on the floor dead. My sister got scared and she never watched one. So God's and it shot back at the island, and there's blood literally covered on the twins, and some of the trees were even cut down. And then then we hear Gigan's roar, and it was like a pain roar instead of his regular roar. And then we come back to see him dead, and Godzilla has. And then it cuts back to Godzilla, who was covered in blood, and Gigan is literally like dead. And then he looks out the camera and says, I said do not come back here, and you are, so you're now next.